Hello students, today we will discuss about the heterogeneous catalysis. In the last lecture we have discussed about the homogeneous catalysis and now we are going to discuss the heterogeneous catalysis. Now if the catalyst is present in a different phase as compared to those of the reactants in a reaction, then that catalyst is called as a heterogeneous catalyst, and this type of catalysis is known as heterogeneous catalysis. Now next point, in heterogeneous catalysis, the catalyst is mostly present in the solid form and the reactants are mostly gases or sometimes liquids. Now, in heterogeneous catalysis, the reaction starts at the surface of the catalyst, and that is why this type of catalysis is sometimes also called as the surface catalysis. इसको हम सरफेस कैटालिसिस भी बोलते हैं क्योंकि इस तरह की कैटालिसिस में जो रिएक्शन है इट स्टार्ट्स एट द सरफेस ऑफ द कैटालिस्ट, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज द सरफेस कैटालिसिस. नाउ some of the most common examples of heterogeneous catalysis which are mostly observed in the industry are: number one, very common example, that is the manufacturing of ammonia by Haber's process. We know in the Haber process nitrogen combines with hydrogen in the presence of iron as a catalyst and the molybdenum as a promoter, and the temperature kept in this reaction is 720 Kelvin to 750 Kelvin, and a pressure of 200 atmosphere is applied to lead to the formation of ammonia. Now in this reaction the reactants, that is nitrogen and hydrogen, are both are gaseous and the catalyst iron is solid state, means they have the different phases, therefore it is an example of heterogeneous catalysis. Next example we can take, that is the formation of methyl alcohol, manufacturing of methyl alcohol by the combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen in the presence of a mixture of three, that is copper, zinc oxide plus chromium trioxide. A mixture of three solids is taken, that is copper plus zinc oxide plus chromium trioxide, means carbon monoxide and hydrogen combine with each other to form methyl alcohol, CH3OH. Again in this reaction both the reactants CO and H2 are gaseous, whereas the catalyst is a mixture of trioxide, that is a solid. Okay, so this is an example of again heterogeneous catalysis. Next is very common example, that is the manufacturing of sulfuric acid by contact process. Now the reaction for that process is, the key step in that process is this one: oxidation of sulfur dioxide to sulfur trioxide in presence of platinized asbestos, means platinum as a catalyst, or sometimes vanadium pentoxide is used as a catalyst, V2O5. Again catalyst is in the solid state and the reactants are in the gaseous state, means they have the different phases, therefore it is an again example of heterogeneous catalysis. Fourth example we can take, that is for the preparation of nitric acid in industry, Ostwald process is applied, and in the Ostwald process it involves the oxidation of ammonia in the presence of platinum at a temperature of 800 degrees Celsius to nitric oxide and water, means nitric oxide and water are produced in this case. So again this is an example of heterogeneous catalysis. Platinum catalyst is present in the solid state, whereas the reactants, that is oxygen and this ammonia, they are present in the gaseous state. Again this is an example of heterogeneous catalysis. Next example we can take, that is the hydrogenation of vegetable oil into ghee, that is takes place in the presence of finely divided nickel platinum or platinum. Again that is an example of heterogeneous catalysis. Okay, next example we can take the polymerization of ethene. Just we have discussed in polymer unit, that is the polymerization of ethene. It takes place in the presence of the mixture of catalyst, that is titanium tetrachloride and trialkyl aluminium, that is triethyl aluminium. It lead to the polymer polythene. Polythene is formed. It is polythene and it is ethene. So again this polymerization of ethene, it takes place in the presence of this catalyst, that is titanium tetrachloride and triethyl aluminium. Okay, and this catalyst, you know, it is known as the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Ziegler-Natta catalyst, which is prepared by dissolving this titanium tetrachloride and triethyl aluminium in a suitable hydrocarbon solvent, and a brown solid is obtained in that case. Okay, so these are some sort of the examples of heterogeneous catalysis. Further, we can take in the exhaust system of automobiles, a particular equipment is fixed, that is called as the catalytic converter, which consists of the transition metals and their oxides. Means एग्जॉस्ट से जो भी कंप्रेसर से जब भी फ्यूल बर्न होता है उसमें, तो जो कंप्रेसर से जो हार्मफुल गैसेस रिलीज होते हैं, जैसे कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड हो गई, फिर अनबर्न्ड हाइड्रोकार्बन हो गए, पेट्रोल हो गया, मीन्स इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एयर दे गेट्स ऑक्सीडाइज टू this carbon dioxide and water, and sometimes a nitric oxide which is released from that exhaust gets reduced to nitrogen and oxygen. Again we know these are the harmless gases. So means again that is an example of this heterogeneous catalysis. Okay, so there are so many examples of heterogeneous catalysis. Now we are going to discuss the theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Now next is theory of heterogeneous catalysis, that is theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Now ये theory of heterogeneous catalysis है, it is also called as the adsorption theory. इसको adsorption theory भी बोलते हैं. Means according to the old adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis, the catalyst is mostly a solid, and we know the reactants are either the gaseous or from the solutions they get firstly adsorbed on the surface of the catalyst. Means कि जो reactants जो कि mostly gases होती हैं, and sometimes from the solutions the reactants firstly gets adsorbed on the surface of solid catalyst. As a result, the concentration of the reactants molecule on the surface of the catalyst gets increased. और जितनी उनकी कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ती जाएगी reactant molecules की catalyst के surface के ऊपर, उतना जो rate of reaction है, speed of reaction है, वो भी बढ़ता जाता है. Further we know the adsorption is always exothermic in nature. That is why ये जो हीट उस केसेस में एडजॉर्प्शन जब होता है रेक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स का कैटलिस्ट के सरफेसेस के ऊपर, जो हीट रिलीज हो रही है उस केस में, इट आल्सो हेल्प्स इन स्पीडिंग अप द रिएक्शन. वो रिएक्शन को फर्दर स्पीड अप करने में हेल्प करती है. सो दिस थ्योरी ऑफ हेटेरोजेनियस कैटलिसिस इज कॉल्ड एज द एडजॉर्प्शन थ्योरी. दिस इज द ओल्ड थ्योरी ऑफ हेटेरोजेनियस कैटलिसिस. ओके, sometimes a new there is another theory of the heterogeneous catalysis. Just we have discussed in that theory in the this last lecture, that is called the intermediate complex formation theory. According to that theory, we know the reactants firstly combines with the catalyst to form an intermediate complex, and that intermediate complex either decomposes or further combines with other reactants to form the products, and the catalyst is regenerated. Means that theory is called as the intermediate compound formation theory. Means means जो heterogeneous catalysis होती है, it is found to be occur either by the old theory of adsorption theory or by the intermediate compound formation theory. Means now what we have done, we have combined these two theories, and we made a new theory that is called as a modern adsorption theory. Modern adsorption theory. This modern adsorption theory is a combination of both the above theories, that is the old theory of adsorption, old adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis, and the intermediate compound formation theory. जब हमने उन दोनों theories को combine कर दिया तो एक नई theory बना दी heterogeneous catalysis की, जिसको हम नाम देते हैं modern adsorption theory. Now, according to modern adsorption theory, how the catalysis takes place? According to modern adsorption theory, there are present free valencies on the surface of the solid catalyst. Therefore, the mechanism of catalyst in modern adsorption theory, it takes place in 5 steps. Means modern adsorption theory के accordingly जो catalyst होता है उसके surface के ऊपर free valencies present होती हैं. अब जो उसका mechanism of catalysis है, It involves the 5 steps. उसमें 5 steps आते हैं. First step is the diffusion of the reactant molecules towards the surface of catalyst. Means सबसे पहले क्या होता है कि जो reactants molecules हैं वो catalyst के surface की तरफ diffuse करते हैं. Very very important theory. Try to understand it. Means it is the reactant, that is catalyst surface with free valencies, okay, and these A and B are the reactants. These are the reactants. तो फर्स्ट इसके जो 5 पॉइंट्स है इस थ्योरी में, फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या बोलता है, द डिफ्यूजन ऑफ द reactants molecules टुवर्ड्स द सरफेस ऑफ द सॉलिड कैटलिस्ट. सबसे पहले क्या होते हैं, जो रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वो कैटलिस्ट के सरफेस की तरफ डिफ्यूज करते हैं. वाई? क्योंकि जो कैटलिस्ट का सरफेस होता है इसके ऊपर फ्री वैलेंसीज प्रेजेंट होती है. फ्री वैलेंसीज आर प्रेजेंट ऑन इट्स सरफेस. दैट्स व्हाई इन द फर्स्ट स्टेप द रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल गेट्स डिफ्यूज्ड टुवर्ड्स द सरफेस ऑफ द कैटलिस्ट. इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप देयर इज एडजॉर्प्शन of reactant molecules on the surface by loose bonds. सेकंड स्टेप में क्या होता कि जो रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वो कैटलिस्ट के सरफेस के ऊपर एब्जॉर्ब हो जाते हैं बाय द लूज बॉन्ड से एब्जॉर्ब हो जाते हैं. ऐसे लाइक this is A, it is B. So they gets absorbed on the surface of the catalyst by loose bonds, and we are showing these loose bonds by the dotted lines. इस तरह से means absorption of reactant molecules on the surface of the solid catalyst by this loose bonds से absorb हो जाते हैं. In the third step में क्या होता, occurrence of a chemical reaction between the reactants and the कैटलिस्ट टू फॉर्म ए इंटरमीडिएट. थर्ड स्टेप में क्या होता है, जैसे केमिकल रिएक्शन होता है रिएक्टेंट्स और कैटलिस्ट के बीच में, एज ए रिजल्ट एक इंटरमीडिएट फॉर्म होता है. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. इट लीड टू द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एन इंटरमीडिएट. ये दिस इज अकरेंस ऑफ अ केमिकल रिएक्शन टू फॉर्म and intermediate बन जाता है. केमिकल रिएक्शन हो गया. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज desorption of the product molecule from the surface of the catalyst. Means desorption of the product molecules मीन्स नेक्स्ट स्टेप में क्या होता कि जैसे ही occurrence of a chemical reaction between the catalyst and the reactant molecule takes place to form the products. Now in the next step, एक बार सरफेस के ऊपर प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशन हो गई, अब ये जो प्रोडक्ट्स है ये कैटलिस्ट के सरफेस से रिमूव होने शुरू हो जाएंगे. व्हाई? बिकॉज द कैटलिस्ट सरफेस हैज ओनली एफिनिटी फॉर द रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स. the catalysts do not have any affinity for the products. So once the products gets formed from the reactants, now वो जो catalyst का surface है वो उन products molecules को leave करने की कोशिश करेगा, desorb करवाने की कोशिश करेगा. So in the next step what will happen, the product molecule gets diffused from the surface of the catalyst. It is AB means desorption of the product molecule from the surface of catalyst. And now in the fifth step is diffusion of the product molecules away from the surface of catalyst. It is the diffusion of product molecules away from the surface of product molecule, and is its catalyst regenerated. ये जो catalyst है ये फिर से regenerate हो गया. Now again it is ready for absorb another fresh reactant molecule on their surface. As a result, the process starts or the adsorption will continue. Okay, so this is the theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Again I am repeating this theory. It involves the 5 steps. First step is diffusion of the reactants molecules toward the surface of the catalyst due to presence of free valencies. Okay, in the next step, adsorption of the reactants molecule on the surface of the catalyst by loose bonds as a result of the free valencies present on its surface. In the third step, the occurrence of a chemical reaction between this catalyst and the reactants molecule takes place to form an intermediate. In the next step, there is a desorption of the product molecules away from the surface of the catalyst, and in the next step, diffusion of the product molecule away from the surface of catalyst, means the catalyst gets regenerated. The fourth step में desorption of the product molecule from the surface of catalyst will be there, and in the fifth step, diffusion of the product molecule away from the surface of the catalyst is there. So these are the 5 steps which are involved in the modern adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis, and this is the true theory of heterogeneous catalysis. And again we have discussed, it is a combination of this old adsorption theory as well as intermediate compound formation theory. Okay, now next is, what are the advantages of heterogeneous catalysis? That is advantages of heterogeneous catalysis. heterogeneous catalysis जो होती है उसकी advantages क्या हैं? advantages of heterogeneous catalysis The first advantage of heterogeneous catalysis, only a small amount of catalyst is required to accelerate the reaction. Why? Because we know that the catalyst gets regenerated at the end of the reaction. Okay, means a small amount of catalyst is required in this case. Number second, a catalyst can catalyze the reaction, but it is regenerated both in mass as well as its composition at the end of the reaction. This is the second characteristic or second advantage. First advantage is small amount of catalyst is required. Why? Because the catalyst gets regenerated again and again in the reaction. Second advantage is, means the catalyst is regenerated at the end of the reaction back both unchanged in its mass as well as chemical composition. The third advantage of heterogeneous catalysis is that, मीन्स कि जो कैलेटिक पॉइजन्स होते हैं, ये जो थ्योरी है, ये हेटेरोजेनियस कैटेलिसिस में जो कैलेटिक पॉइजन्स होते हैं उनके रोल को बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करती है. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस थ्योरी, जो कैलेटिक पॉइजन्स होते हैं दे गेट्स प्रेफरेंसली एब्जॉर्ब्ड ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द सॉलिड एब्जॉर्बेंट्स एज कम्पेयर टू दोज ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स. मीन्स कि रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स के एब्जॉर्ब होने से पहले ही जो कैलेटिक पॉइजन्स है वो उन कैलिस्ट की जो एक्टिव साइट्स जो फ्री वैलेंसीज होती हैं उनके ऊपर एब्जॉर्ब हो जाते हैं. एज ए रिजल्ट वो रिएक्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स को इतना टाइम नहीं देते कि वो एब्जॉर्ब हो सके. मीन्स द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ रिएक्टेंट्स ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द सॉलिड कैलिस्ट डिक्रीजेज एंड हेंस व्हिच रिजल्ट्स इन डिक्रीज इन द रेट ऑफ द रिएक्शन. सो मीन्स दिस थ्योरी explains the role of catalytic poisons in a better way. However, the most important disadvantage of this theory is that this theory do not explain satisfactorily the role of catalytic promoters in a catalyzed reaction. Catalytic promoters के रोल को एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाती इतना अच्छे से, बट जो कैलेटिक पॉइजन्स हैं उनके रोल को बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करती है. सो दीज आर द एडवांटेजेस ऑफ दिस heterogeneous catalysis or the theory of modern adsorption theory. Okay, next some characteristics of heterogeneous catalysis. Some characteristics of heterogeneous catalyst. Heterogeneous catalysis. कुछ characteristics क्या होती है heterogeneous catalysis की? There are mainly 3 characteristics. The first characteristics होती है activity of a catalyst. Second characteristic is selectivity, and third is specificity. So these are the 3 characteristics of the heterogeneous catalysis. Now we will discuss all these characteristics one by one. The first is activity. Now the activity of a catalyst means its capacity to increase the speed of the chemical reaction. Means, what do you mean by activity of a catalyst? By activity of a catalyst we mean its capacity to increase the speed of erection. Now, in some cases, the extent to which the rate of the erection gets increased, it is as 10⁻10 times high. Means कुछ केसेस में क्या होता है कि जो कैलिस्ट की जो एक्टिविटी है वो कितनी हाई हो जाती है, 10⁻10 टाइम्स तक हाई हो जाती है. ओके, नाउ द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ द एक्टिविटी ऑफ कैलिस्ट वी कैन सी द कॉम्बिनेशन बिटवीन द हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन, दैट इज हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन, they combine with each other in the presence of platinum as a catalyst to form water. It is the best example of this activity of a catalyst. Means जो इस केस में जो हम प्लेटिनम कैलिस्ट यूज कर रहे हैं, इट इज क्वाइट एक्टिव. मीन्स इसका जो रिएक्शन हो, जैसे हम हाइड्रोजन और ऑक्सीजन जब हमने दोनों गैसेस को मिक्स कर दिया और थोड़ा सा उसमें प्लेटिनम डाल देते हैं फाइनली डिवाइडेड स्टेट में, द रिएक्शन इज क्वाइट वायलेंट, एक्सप्लोसिव वायलेंट रिएक्शन इज देयर. Means it is and it directly lead to the formation of the water. However, in the absence of this catalyst, the hydrogen and oxygen do not react under ordinary conditions, and these two gases they can be stored for an indefinite period. इन gases को हम indefinite period तक store करके रख सकते हैं अगर हम platinum इसमें ना डालें तो. But जैसे थोड़ा सा इसमें platinum डाल दिया, both these gases combine, means explosively with each other, violently with each other, and lead to the formation of water. So means we say that the platinum catalyst which we are using in this case, it is highly active in nature. Means it is highly active in nature. Okay, and this activity depends upon the extent of chemisorption. Chemisorption पर करता है depend ये. Means कि जो reactants molecules हैं, they gets absorbed on the surface of the solid catalyst, बट उनका जो बॉन्डिंग है सॉलिड कैलिस्ट के सरफेस के साथ, फ्री वैलेंसी के साथ, वो स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए, बट इतनी भी स्ट्रांग ना हो जाए कि जो एब्जॉर्ब्ड मॉलिक्यूल है वो डिसॉर्ब ना हो पाए और जो बाकी दूसरे रिएक्टेंट्स मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं उनको एब्जॉर्ब होने का चांस ही ना मिले. सो मीन्स दिस एक्सटेंट ऑफ एब्जॉर्प्शन डिपेंड्स अपॉन दिस केमिजोर्प्शन. मीन्स जो एक्टिविटी है इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द एक्सटेंट ऑफ केमिजोर्प्शन. ओके, सो दिस इज एक्टिविटी. Next example, next property is selectivity. Okay, selectivity of a catalyst B means the ability of a catalyst to give a particular products excluding others. By selectivity of a catalyst we mean the ability of a catalyst to give a particular products excluding the others. Means कि किसी कैलिस्ट की कितनी टेंडेंसी है एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को देने की बाकियों को इग्नोर करके, बाकियों को छोड़कर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो आपके कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड और हाइड्रोजन है, दे कंबाइन विद ईच अदर इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ डिफरेंट कैलिस्ट टू फॉर्म द डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स एज वी कैन सी. नाउ कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड एंड हाइड्रोजन कंबाइन इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ कॉपर इट एंड दे गिव formaldehyde HCHO or methanol in the gas state. Further, these carbon monoxide and hydrogen combine with each other in the presence of a mixture of three, that is copper, zinc oxide and chromium trioxide, Cr2O3. It lead to the formation of, just we have discussed, methyl alcohol, methanol in the gas state. Okay, again these carbon monoxide and hydrogen combine with each other in the presence of nickel as a catalyst and they lead to the formation of methane, and water is also formed in this case, that is H2O. H2O is formed in this case. So again, now we can see here in all the three reactions the carbon monoxide reactants are same, but when we are using the different catalyst, different products are obtained. In the first case, when the copper catalyst is used, methanol means formaldehyde is obtained. In the second case, when the mixture of three, that is copper, zinc oxide and chromium trioxide is used, the product is methyl alcohol. And in the third case, when the nickel is used as a catalyst, the methane and water are produced. So this means that all these catalysts, they are showing the selectivity, means the property of their selectivity means they are giving a particular product excluding the others. Means इनके कॉम्बिनेशन से ये भी बन सकता था, ये भी बन सकता था, बट जब हमने कॉपर कैलिस्ट यूज किया तो केवल एक ही बना. फर्दर इनके कॉम्बिनेशन से फॉर्मेल्डिहाइड भी बन सकता है, मीथेन भी बन सकती है, बट जब हमने ये मिक्सचर यूज किया कैलिस्ट का, केवल मिथाइल अल्कोहल भी बना, ये एक्सक्लूड हो गए. सो दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस selectivity. Next is specificity means जो action of a catalyst होता है it is highly specific means selective in nature. This means that कि एक पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस जो एक पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन में एज ए कैटलिस्ट एक्ट कर रहा है जरूरी नहीं है कि वो वही सब्सटेंस बाकी केमिकल रिएक्शंस में भी कैटलिस्ट की तरह एक्ट कर सके. मींस a single substance which acts as a catalyst only in a one reaction, it is not necessary that the same substance can catalyze all other reactions. This means that कि जो catalyst होता है it is highly specific in its action, means it is highly specific in nature. So this is the meaning of the specificity of that catalyst. So it is this is some means we can say the properties or some of the advantages or some characteristics of the heterogeneous catalyst, that is activity and this selectivity and the specificity. Okay, so it is all about the heterogeneous catalysis. Okay.